Hi, welcome to this video and thanks for joining me. In this video, I just want to go over a few things with you that you may find valuable before you start flight training. The first thing you want to understand is your goals. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to work? Do you want to work in Nigeria or do you want to work outside of Nigeria? Now, if you want to work in Nigeria, then you probably don't even need to train outside of Nigeria. You can actually get your training done at home. It might take you a little bit longer, but to be honest, it saves you tons of money as well. But on the other hand, if you want to train abroad, it gives you the ability to work in two different places. For example, a lot of my friends chose to go back home and work in Nigeria, while some people choose to stay here like me. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just where you find your opportunities and also what your long-term goals are. If you choose to be in Nigeria, you need to understand that you won't have to do all this conversion of licenses that you would have to do back at home. But over here, if you train in the United States and you have to take your license back home, then you have to convert your license and also go through the steps all these people go through. It's nothing difficult, it's just something you have to do. But those are things you just need to consider. The second point I have for you is to talk to people in industry. Obviously, this is something that a lot of us will think about, but I have to tell you that it gives you a lot of valid points and valid reasons as to why you want to go into this industry. Now, when you talk to people in the industry, they're able to tell you exactly what their experiences are, and they will tell you exactly where you could save a lot of money, especially when it comes to training. And that leads to my next point, which is to understand your financial strength or where you stand financially. Here's the thing. We all know flight training is expensive and we all hope to make this money back in the long run, working at an airline, making good money. But the truth also is that a lot of people start flight training and they get stuck in between and they stop and they never come back. While some people go through all these expenses and finish and never work at an airline. I have to be honest with you. The truth is that you need to understand where you stand financially and see that you're ready to just commit to this journey. It might take you between a year to 2 years to really get all your ratings, get all your hours that may be required depending on the country you're in. But in Nigeria, the more hours you have, the better for you, to be honest. So the point is this: if you understand where you are financially and you can commit to your training within a year and you get all your ratings, you can easily go back home, get some flying hours as an instructor at a flight school in Nigeria, and then you join the aviation industry out there. On the other hand, if you choose to stay in the United States, for example, there are a lot of options. A lot of people would often go through the CFI route, which is Certified Flight Instructor route, get your ratings to become a CFI, and then you start to teach other people how to fly. Obviously, that will take you another maybe a year to 2 years to get your hours before you can join a regional airline in the United States. Some other people would go through the route of flying for like a cargo, a fractional company that flies like cargo. All of this goes back to how much of money you have available, because the more money you have, the further you can go in getting all these ratings, getting all these trainings done, and that would obviously give you a lot of opportunities and options. But if you get stuck in the middle and you run out of money, unfortunately, it can be very difficult to get back in again, because as we know, flight training is something that if you stop, it is a skill that you could lose. And the last step that I will give on this video is to conduct a thorough search to look for a flight school that meets your needs. Now, that is something I need to emphasize, because not all flight schools will offer the same type of education that you need. For example, some schools have different programs. They have the Part 61, they have Part 141, they have the Part 142, and so on. And the thing is that depending on what flight school you go to, depending on what they are accredited for, will determine how well you can progress through your training. For example, the Part 61 is very flexible, although it gives you that flexibility, but that may not be something that is needed, because if you have a lot of flexibility in your hands, there may be a chance that you may take too long to complete your training. On the other hand, if you attend a Part 141 or Part 142 school, it's very structured, very rigid, and you have to follow the procedures and the lesson plans as it's been approved, which means that you won't have a lot of flexibility in your training. When it comes to coming into the United States as an international student, you have to worry about the type of visa you get. Is it an F1, an M1? And there are different types of visa that could be issued to you. All this will really affect how well you can move around in terms of changing schools. So you want to understand your school before you move over, because you don't want to have to change schools when you get here. Sometimes it leads to a lot of trouble when it comes to immigration. Sometimes it leads to a lot of delays in your training. Well, that's all I got for you in this video. I hope that you found some value in this video. Again, please, if you like it, consider hitting the like button. And also, if you know someone that might benefit from this video, kindly share it with them. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. If you have questions, you can always hit me up on Facebook or in the comment section as well, and I'll try to respond to your questions as soon as I can. Thanks for watching the video.